A month ago, I went completely deaf in my right ear in less than an hour. I was in New York when this happened. Me and my friend were just visiting. It's our last day. And we're just trying to enjoy the night. And I started hearing this ringing in my ear. And it just got louder and louder as the night progressed, to a point where I couldn't ignore it anymore, right? So I went to the bathroom, realized I couldn't hear. I went to my friend and I was like, hey, let's get out of here. I'm not feeling well. So we caught the first subway back to our Airbnb. And he saw how panicked I was, how nervous I was the whole time. So he tried to comfort me. He was like, it's gonna be okay. We'll figure it out, don't worry. Problem was, he was sitting on the right side of me. So I didn't hear a single word he said. For 30 minutes, he was trying to comfort me, and it just looked like I was ignoring him. Also, for the same 30 minutes, in my head, I was like, what a dick for not trying to help me, you know? We eventually get back to the Airbnb. He leaves because his flight is at 6 a.m., so now I'm all alone in New York. And I was like, I know how to cure deafness. I'm just gonna sleep it off, right? So I went to bed, woke up still deaf, surprise, and rushed to the urgent care. And in my head, I was like, maybe it's just a bunch of earwax in my head. Where I was like, maybe the doctor will just blow in my ear like it's an old video game cartridge, right? The doctor looks in there and he's like, there's no earwax, there's nothing. You should go to a specialist right away. So I ran to the ENT, the ear, nose, and throat doctor. I thought I would only need the ear doctor, but I guess I needed all three. That's the American healthcare system for you, right? Buy 3, use 1, right? I'm sitting in the lobby waiting for my name to be called. At the ear doctor? You would think they would have a screen for us deaf people. But no, instead for an hour I stood up for every other name that they called, just guessing, right? Eventually I guessed correctly, and they brought me back, and the doctor did a bunch of hearing tests, and he's like, it's fucking bad. It's bad. And I'm all alone on the verge of tears, but also comedy's my defense mechanism. So I responded with, you can say that again. And he didn't get the joke. So he's like, oh, sorry, and he tore a piece of paper and wrote it down for me. He was like, it's fucking bad. I was diagnosed with something called sudden sensory neural hearing loss. Essentially, the nerve from my eardrum to my brain is just fried. There's no good reason why it happened, no good treatments, no cure. So I'll just be deaf for the rest of my life, you know, which is fun, I guess. And this all happened in one day. So I caught my flight back home, and I'm just sitting in the plane, defeated, right? Trying to think of any optimistic outlook to being half deaf. What's the positive of being half deaf? And I couldn't think of one. And then 2 babies started to cry. And I was like, why couldn't I be fully deaf? Right? All right, thanks for listening, guys.